The FBI is treating these shootings as a possible terror attack. Investigators digging deep into the lives of the husband and wife team right now. And ABC's Brian Ross is here with the latest on that. Good morning to you, Brian.
Well, good morning, Amy. The FBI still won't officially call it a case of terrorism, but increasingly, law enforcement officials say the actions of this young gun-toting couple leave little doubt about the ultimate aim of their mission. In the same San Bernardino townhouse where they were raising their infant daughter, Syed Farouk and his Pakistani-born wife, Tashfeen Malik, were preparing to go to war. Those new photos released overnight show their weapons and the ammunition left behind, enough to kill thousands of people, some 6,100 rounds. Their garage was a virtual bomb factory with 12 unexploded bombs, described as similar to this one featured in an Al-Qaeda publication. All that in addition to this bomb left behind at the crime scene, which used a yellow toy car as a remote-controlled detonator. At least one neighbor was highly alarmed.
They were actually doing a lot of work out in the garage, and she was kind of suspicious.
But nobody called the police.
They were equipped and they could have continued to do another attack.
Farouk had worked for 5 years at the county health department. The widow of one of the employees he murdered said there were no warning signs.
They were all friends with the man that did this, and even though they knew he was Muslim, they had no idea that he had become radicalized.
Federal agents are now investigating the couple's international travel and possible contacts, looking for evidence of what turned Farouk and his wife into killers. Agents almost immediately went to the mosque he often attended in San Bernardino. Imam Roshan Abbasi claims he was questioned by authorities at gunpoint. He would not answer questions about Farouk, but told ABC News he condemns all violence.
The news of the shooting was shocking, unbelievable, unfathomable, left us all speechless. And it is an act that we condemn as Muslims.
Also left behind is the heavily armed couple headed off in their rented SUV for a fatal showdown with police was their 6-month-old daughter. Police say now they are unsure which relative had custody of the orphaned little girl. Federal authorities tell ABC News the FBI is now looking for connections between 2 specific individuals and Farouk to see if they were involved in his radicalization or in helping to plan the attacks. His massive arsenal, by the way, would have cost thousands of dollars, a fair amount of money for someone who takes home about $700 a week. Amy and George.
Okay, Brian, thanks very much. We're going to get a lot more on the federal investigation now from our senior justice correspondent, Pierre Thomas. And Pierre, this couple did a lot to cover their tracks looking ahead to this investigation.
Yes, George. Law enforcement sources tell us that the suspected shooters apparently did attempt a cover-up. Those sources say mobile phones and hard drives were smashed or tampered with. FBI computer analysts will try to reconstruct what was destroyed, but sources admit it will be very difficult. Authorities fear this was an attempt to hide what the couple had been viewing and who they were communicating with, George.
But, Pierre, the FBI in the lead right now, but this couple not on their radar at all, huh?
Sources say they had done nothing suspicious enough to come under serious FBI scrutiny, but the FBI is now poring over intelligence files to make sure nothing was missed, George.
Okay, Pierre, thanks very much.